अब हम स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं ज्योग्राफी फर्स्ट लेसन विच इज़ फील्ड विजिट. So when you hear this word field visit, the first question comes to your mind that what it is and why exactly we are studying. So field visit is considered to be one of the important part of geographical study. Field visit is done when you visit a particular place and try to study it. That is referred as field visit. Then in next part, when we will cover question and answer, that time we will come to know more about field visit and why it is important. So right now, moving with the lesson has been written in such a way that a picnic has been organized by a teacher. Now this trip has been organized from Naldurg in Usmanabad district to Alibag in Raigad district. Now these are the two places, start and end. They are traveling through public transport. Now how they are going to travel? They are going to travel public transport. So why we are studying this? Because when you plan a field trip, first you need to decide where you are going to go, then how you are going to reach there. That is the second question. So and also, if you know the transportation is part of geography, you might have studied road transport, air transport, marine transport. So that's why it has been included here. Now from where to where trip is there, in order to understand us, they have provided us with a map. So when you plan a trip, field visit, that is, so you should carry a map. You should know where you are going and how you are going to. You should plan your route out. So here the picnic is starting from Naldur. Again and again I am saying it, picnic. Sorry for that. It's a field visit. So from where it is starting? It is starting from Naldur. Now where is Naldur? If you see in map, you will be able to find it. Yes, that is Naldur. That is the start point. And where it's going to end, this visit, it's going to end at Alibag in Raigad district. So there it is in the map. Now when you are planning a field visit, now you have planned where you want to visit, how you are going to reach there. Next thing you need to plan what all you will need there. Like you might need your personal belongings, that is your clothes and all those things, an I-card. Of course, as a student, if you are going, you should always carry an I-card. What other things you will be needing? So in this picnic, what these students are carrying, let us see that. Pen, pencil and notepad, they are carrying it. Just a second, no more disturbance. Okay, pen, pencil and notepad for writing your key points. Whatever you observe, you need to write. Now in field visit, what is more important is observation. You write what you see. That is the most important thing. So in order to write down your observations, you will need pen, pencil and notepad. Cap, of course you will need a cap, because here, if you know about Alibag is in coastal area. So whenever you go plan a visit near a seashore, you should always try to protect yourself from sunlight, because it will result into sunburn. Water bottle, whenever you feel thirsty, you should have your own water bottle. Compass, now compass is needed for you to understand the directions, because many times it happens when you are in rural areas where you may not be having mobile connectivity. At that time, compass is the only way which will guide you through your way. Camera, so recording your observations is very important. One way is to write it down, another way to have a pictorial proof of it, so that you can obtain through camera, that is pictures. Binoculars, now binoculars are needed for you to see something from which is located in a far distance. So through binoculars you can easily have idea about it. So in case of observation, binoculars are must. First aid, if God forbid, if some undue situation arises, if you get yourself hurt, at that time first aid is something that is going to help you out. Map, very important. Without map, you may not be knowing which places you need to visit, how you are going to visit it, what is the distance. So in order to solve all these queries, a map is must in a field visit. Last but not least, a rucksack. Rucksack is nothing but a bag in which you will keep all your belongings that you are carrying with you. Now for an example, you have water bottle, we have pen, pencil, notepad, compass, first aid bag, all we can carry it in a bag. So these are the items that you will be carrying with yourself. Now, whenever you plan something, or when you in school, even on picnics or trips, wherever you might have visited, the first thing teacher does is to give you instructions, and it is very important. So, what are the instructions given by the teacher? Now, assume that we are going, rather than thinking that lesson some teacher has taken, some students are going. Assume we are going, and I am giving you instructions now. We will have our breakfast at Solapur and lunch near Siaghad, Pune. So now again in map, you have to locate these places. Where is Solapur and where is Siaghad? So right, you all are right. When you look in map, you can easily identify Solapur. Yes, there it is. There we'll be having our breakfast, and lunch we'll be having in Siaghad. All of you should observe both sides along the roads and note down observation in notebooks with reference to these points. Now, when you're traveling, generally what students do, they tend to play antakshari and all those things. Yes, that is the good thing, but this is not picnic. This is field visit. So you need to be attentive. You need to be observing things around you. So when you are traveling, try to look both the side of the road. So you will be able to understand the changes. What changes we are talking about? We are talking about relief. Now, what is relief? The difference in the height of landmass, plain and hills. So if you move up in up direction, when you climb a mountain, what you are doing basically, you are moving away from sea floor, okay, in upward direction. So relief is something, what is your height from sea level. So that kind of relief, so that you need to observe, whether you are on a hilly area, whether you are on plain, you are on a flat area, that you need to understand. Water bodies, what water bodies are there around, through this lesson we will understand it, why these things are important. When I'm talking about water bodies, now there are some places where dams are there. Now if you are near dam, you will find those changes in their vegetation, that we are going to understand through the lesson. But first point about through which you are going to observe whatever you see is relief. Second is water bodies. The third one is vegetation. Now vegetation refers to all the plants, greenery that you see in your surrounding is referred as vegetation. So what kind of plants are there, what kind of grasses are there, whether it is dry or whether it is green, what kind of trees are there, what kind of environment is required for the growth of those particular trees, that all you will understand with the help of vegetation. Soil, what kind of soil is there in that particular locality. Now there are many types of soil. For example, fertile soil is there, infertile soil is there, alluvial soil is there, black soil is there, lateric soil is there. So these are different kind of soils. So when you are going for a field visit, and even when you're traveling, you can see these things and you will find changes in them, and how those changes are shown in this lesson, like that we can understand in our real life situations also. Agriculture. Now what kind of agriculture do you see in those particular territories, whether it is barren land, uncultivated land, cultivated land, fallow land, or extensive agriculture is used or intensive agriculture is used. Those all things you need to keep observing. Human settlement. Now human settlement refers to what kind of settlement you are. Is it a rural settlement, urban settlement, what kind of activities are performed by those people, what is their occupation, all those things you can understand. Settlement pattern. Now generally when we talk about settlement patterns, basically there are three kind of settlement patterns: dispersed, linear and nuclear. You might have studied this in your lower classes. So that's why field visit is kept as the first lesson in your 10th standard. It will also revise what your basics related to geography, what you have studied in your past classes. So dispersed refers to when there is gap between two houses in particular locality. The gap is little more. ओके जैसे आप कभी खेतों में जाओ या विलेज एरिया में जाओ, तो किसी ने खेत में अपने एक घर बना लिया, दूसरे ने उसके खेत में घर बनाया, तो ये दो घर के बीच में गैप बहुत ज़्यादा रहेगा. तो ऐसे पूरे विलेज में जब आप देखोगे तो सब घर एक दूसरे से काफ़ी दूर दूर हैं. लीनियर मीन्स द हाउसेस आर अरेंज इन लीनियर ऑर्डर, दैट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी मोर इन आर coming part of the lesson. Nuclear refers to where there is concentration of population or houses in particular territory. एक ही जगह पे ज़्यादा concentration है और बाकी जगह सब दूर दूर है, फिर आजू बाजू दिखेगा ही नहीं आपको दूर दूर तक कोई घर. तो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज न्यूक्लियर. Now observation by students. Now teacher has given the instructions. Now students are ready and they have started to observe things around them. Or now what they are saying. So first Rahul starts to speak and Rahul says that undulating topography and somewhere in between we can find plains. So undulating topography means what? The road by which you are traveling, it's not plain, you know, sometimes you are moving upwards, sometimes you are moving downwards. You can see this diagram I have drawn for you so that you can understand. Now assume it as a road. You will find it's not plain road. Sometimes, you know, you are moving in upward direction, sometimes you are moving in downward direction, and sometime in between there are plains, so which means it's not a flat land. That is what we are trying to explain here. Some agriculture fields are there, so you know, it's the agriculture is not continuous. Somewhere you will find agriculture is being done, some places are just kept barren or it is uncultivated land. Again, after some time you find some places where agriculture is done. So that's how topography is there of this particular area. Now what Sakshi has observed, she has observed that there are some tea stalls, dabas, petrol pumps and other shops. So even when you travel from one place to another, you can find all these things. Meena says that we are going down the slope. Now this is very interesting. In your textbook it has been asked as a question, but here for explanation purpose I have written in such a way that she has said it rather than asking. Okay, now what teacher is explaining, or rather I am saying. So now when you are moving from Naldurg to Alibag, and when you cross, you know, somewhere near Solapur, or you move from there, you will start moving in Balaghat ranges. That is southern part of Balaghat ranges. अब बालाघाट रेंजेस बोले तो एक पहाड़ी एरिया है, रेंज एक पूरा पहाड़ों का, उसका जो सदर्न पार्ट है वहाँ पर आप ट्रैवल कर रहे हो, तो इसके वजह से कभी कभी आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि आप यू नो हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे जा रहे हो, ऊपर की तरफ, है ना, चढ़ाव जिसको बोलते हैं, चढ़ाव आ रहा है, फिर कभी उतार आ रहा है. So that's the reason. Now what is Balaghat ranges? Balaghat ranges are eastern offshoots of Sahyadris. सह्याद्री के ईस्ट में जो पहाड़ी रेंजेस जा रहे हैं उसको बालाघाट रेंजेस बोला गया है. देन टीचर सजेस्ट स्टूडेंट्स टू कीप लुकिंग एट द मैप गिवन टू यू एंड द टोपोग्राफी आउटसाइड. अब आपके पास मैप है, टेक्स्ट बुक में भी आपके दिया है, तो आप जब ऐसे मैप अगर ट्रैवल करते हो, सो यू कैन रिलेट व्हाट इज़ गिवन इन मैप एंड व्हाट एक्चुअली यू आर सीइंग ऑन द ग्राउंड. So again, field visit is important in aspects of what you study in theory and how you imply that practically. Now if I tell you, you know, what is this let's take an example of soil, black soil. तो आपको soil जब दिखाया जाए तो आपको पता होना चाहिए black soil है, और आपको पता कब रहेगा कि rather than, you know, having theoretical knowledge, practical knowledge can be given with the help of field visit. तो यहाँ पर जब आप मैप कैरी करते हो, so you will be able to relate what topography you are seeing and what is given in map. You can easily see the changes occurring in the landscape. लैंडस्केप बोले तो जैसे मैंने बताया था कि फ्लैट है, प्लेन एरिया है, पूरा माउंटेनियस है, हिली एरिया है, तो ये आप रिलेट कर पाओगे. Now tell me about settlement pattern and housing types. Now so far we have understood the topography of that particular area and vegetation. Now what teacher has specifically asked, teacher has asked about settlement pattern and housing types. Now let's see what students have observed. Suraj starts to speak. Suraj says that in rural areas we see houses in a straight line along the road. मतलब रूरल एरिया पे जब बात करोगे तो आप रोड के आजू बाजू घर देख सकते हो इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. हाउसेस आर देयर ऑन बोथ द साइड बट दे आर इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. नाउ हियर इज एन diagram which I have made for you all. You can see houses are there on, and either side of the road you will find houses, and in between road is going. So these houses are arranged in a straight line. That's why this is called as linear settlement. Linear means what? In straight line. The walls of the houses are made of clay. Mud and wood is visible in making the roof. So यहाँ पर here we need to understand 2 points. Okay. Now I have taken the photo of this. It is given in your textbook. It is धाबियाची घर. This kind of houses are called as धाबियाची घर. What is speciality of this kind of houses? So the house walls are made of clay. मिट्टी की मदद से ये house wall बनाए हुए. Mud and wood is visible in making of the roof. If you look at the roof of these houses, you can easily find out that it is made with the help of mud and wood. So that is another important characteristics of Dhabiachi Ghar. Third point you can write is they are made with special planning. Yeah, there is specific way through which you can make these houses, and using that way only they make these houses. Now here Renuka starts to speak. Renuka says that we can mainly see dry grass. We can mainly see dry grass, trees which have shed their leaves, visible in some places. Sorry, I got call, so I have to put my phone on offline mode. Okay, so now Reinika says that we can see dry grasses and this trees have shed their leaves and visible in some places. So now uh, it's a time when due to lack of rainfall the grasses have turned into dry grasses, and now trees are shedding their leaves. So you might have studied in science, right? Generally what tree does, they shed their leaves so that they will have less of evaporation, and they will be able to hold water for longer period of time. So that's the process adopted by trees for survival, and that is visible in some places. Now what teacher explains then. Now here vegetation belongs to dry deciduous type. Deciduous type means what? So generally of area where particular kind of trees they shed their leaves at the time when there is less amount of water available for them. They shed their leaves during a specific season. Now you might be knowing what that season is. Am I correct? If you don't know, it's time of autumn generally, where trees shed their leaves. Now here I have written deciduous means trees shed leaves climatically in hot climate and puts on new leaves when season changes. Again, they new leaves they sprout out from the tree. Most of the trees are stunted, thorny, and with small leaves. Stunted means not very tall one. Okay, they have very average height. They are thorny. Thorny means what? कांटे वाले रहते हैं, and they have very small leaves. बड़े बड़े leaves नहीं रहते इनके. Climate is dry. Your climate generally is dry. So deciduous is shedding of leaves. Deciduous, the word means shedding of leaf. Therefore, they are dry deciduous forest. Climate is hot and dry, and they are shedding their leaf. That's why they are labeled as dry deciduous forest. Okay, now we have reached Solapur. Now you will start to find changes. What changes have been now? Naldurg to Solapur we have done our journey, and during this span of time we have observed certain things. We have seen that most of the vegetation is consists of shrub. Then we have seen that road is not plain. It's little bit of filled with ups and downs. And why it is, we have seen that we have entered that Balaghat area. That's why the slopes were there sometimes चढ़ावे कभी उतारे वैसे टाइप का अपन ने देखा. Now after Solapur, what we notice, we have noticed that population density is high. Now we are in city area. So in city area concentration of population is more. That's why the density of population is high. We see multi-storied houses. Village area में आपने देखा कि भाई अपन ने सिंगल फ्लोर हाउस रहता है मड से बने हुआ. बट सिटी में जब आप आते हो तो बड़े बड़े बिल्डिंग्स दिखते हैं मेड ऑफ कॉन्क्रीट ब्रिक्स एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स. दे आर मेड ऑफ मिक्सचर ऑफ सीमेंट सैंड रबल एंड वाटर. ये आपको पता है जब बिल्डिंग बनाते टाइम अपन एक मिक्सचर बनाते हैं उसमें पत्थर डालते हैं, सीमेंट डालते हैं, मट्टी डालते हैं, थोड़ा एक चिपचिपा जैसा पदार्थ बनाते हैं, फिर उसको ब्रिक्स रखते हैं और उसको लेप जैसे लगा के उसको फिक्स करते हैं अपन. So that is what has been said. Shops with modern amenities like shopping malls, big restaurant, etc. are found along the roads. So when you are in city, you all know there are malls, there are restaurants, big restaurants are there, and roads are there, nice built one, long roads and buildings attached to them. So moving forward, now we are moving from Solapur. We had our breakfast, it was nice. Okay, now we are moving forward. Now what students have started to observe. The fields are greener here. Now as compared to previous distance whatever they have traveled, the journey from Naldurg to Solapur, comparing to them, now they are saying after Solapur what they have started to notice. The fields are greener here. In Naldurg there were some shrub crops and some sugarcane. When they were talking about Naldurg, what they said, there were shrub crops and sugarcane. Now shrub crops basically require less amount of rainfall. Sugarcane on the other hand requires more amount of water. So Naldurg there were some sugarcane field, but they were very limited. Near Solapur we can see that sugarcane is mainly being cultivated. Now when we are talking about Solapur, what they produce more, they are producing more sugarcane. Now as I told you, sugarcane requires more amount of water, so there might be availability of water. That's right, the observation made was correct. In Naldurg we had seen cultivation of moong, urad and pulses. उड़द की दाल. So moong, urad और pulses means दाल. बाकी दाल का production ज़्यादा था. Shrub crops required. Now these crops are dependent on low rainfall. Low rainfall भी रहा तो ये आप crops कर सकते हो. तो इसलिए नालदुर्ग में ज़्यादा ये देखने को मिला. Here we see mainly sugarcane because of irrigation facility. Now near Solapur you will find more sugarcane fields. How that is possible? That is possible because they might be having good irrigation facility. Now what is irrigation? The application of controlled amount of water to plants at needed interval is called irrigation. Whenever you want to give certain amount of water to the plant, if you are able to do that using modern technology, we call it irrigation. ठीक है, झाड़ों को पानी देना है तो आप पानी दे पा रहे हो, आपने पानी स्टोर करके रखा है, फिर जब झाड़ को जितना पानी देना है उतना आप दे रहे हो, उसके बाद पानी रोक दे रहे हो, फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम जब पानी देना है फिर से आप पानी दे पा रहे हो, तो ये जो मेथड है इसको अपन इरीगेशन बोलते हैं. मूंग, उरड एंड अदर पल्सेस आर मोस्टली डिपेंडेंट ऑन लो रेनफॉल. तो अपन ने देखा था कि नालदुर्ग में ये श्रब क्रॉप्स ज़्यादा क्यों है, क्योंकि वहाँ पर लो रेनफॉल है और ये नेचुरली उस पर डिपेंड रह के ग्रो कर सकते, तो इसलिए वहाँ पर ज़्यादातर लोग मूंग, उरड और अदर पल्सेस ग्रो करते हैं. कैनल्स बिल्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ उज्जैनी डैम प्रोवाइड्स इरीगेशन नियर सोलापुर. सो उज्जैनी जो डैम है उससे लग के कैनल्स बिल्ड किए हुए. तो सोलापुर में जो अपन बोल रहे शुगर कैन को अपन पानी दे रहे हो, कहाँ से दे रहे हैं? कैनल की मदद से दे रहे हैं. ये कैनल की कहाँ पे बना है? ये उज्जैनी डैम से बना है. उज्जैनी डैम जो है वो कहाँ पर है? आपके सोलापुर में. अब उज्जैनी डैम के बारे में थोड़ी इन्फॉर्मेशन ले लेते अपन. दिस इज़ द पिक ऑफ उज्जैनी डैम. ओके, इट इज़ बिल्ड ऑन रिवर भीमा. रिवर भीमा है वहाँ पर सोलापुर के पास, उसके पास ये बिल्ड ये डैम है. अपने वैसे जालना के पास भी एक डैम है, उसका नाम आपको पता होगा. आप उसके बारे में थोड़ी और इन्फॉर्मेशन लो तो आपको डैम के बारे में और इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलेंगे. दिस डैम इज़ मेनली यूज्ड फॉर सप्लाइंग ड्रिंकिंग वाटर. नाउ अ डैम हैज़ multiple usage. Okay, one among them is providing ड्रिंकिंग वाटर टू नियर बाई एरिया सेटलमेंट्स विच एवर आर देयर. आजू बाजू जो सेटलमेंट्स हैं उनको पीने का पानी प्रोवाइड करना. देन वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन दे प्रोवाइड इरीगेशन फैसिलिटी टू फार्म्स नियर देम. ओके, सोलापुर को प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं ना इरीगेशन के लिए पानी. इट इज़ ऑल्सो यूज्ड फॉर पावर जनरेशन, फिशिंग, इरीगेशन एक्सेट्रा. सो प्लांट डैम कैन ऑल्सो बी यूज्ड फॉर पावर जनरेशन, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जनरेट हो सकती है. फिशिंग, there you can start pisciculture, or you with the help of a pisciculture you can more continue with fishing also. And then irrigation, that we have already seen points. So when you are writing in exam, rather than writing like this, you can prepare multiple points, like dam can be used for providing irrigation facility, dam can be used for providing drinking facility to nearby human settlement, it can be also used for power generation, dams are also used for fishing. So like this 4 points you have already written. How simple it is. Moving forward, we are going to talk about Deccan Plateau. Now Deccan Plateau is very interesting. Why it is interesting? So let me tell you. Deccan Plateau, it's it has been formed due to lava. Okay, now there was volcanic eruption in this area for millions and billions of years ago. I am talking. So that time, when lava started, at that time this Deccan Plateau was formed. The speciality of this plateau is it is on higher altitude. Plains are there. Plateau means what? Plains are there at many places, but this Deccan Plateau is on higher level. जो महाबलेश्वर वगैरह वो सब जो एरिया आएंगे अभी आगे चल के, तो वो सब जो एरिया है ना ये हाई एल्टीट्यूड्स पे है. तो वहाँ पर है डेक्कन प्लेट्यू. तो डेक्कन प्लेट्यू फॉर्म कैसे हुआ? लावा इरप्शन हुआ था, मैग्मा वगैरह बाहर आया, सब लावा गिरा, लावा ठंडा हुआ और फिर वो प्लेन में कन्वर्ट हुआ. एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक नाउ. अ प्लेट्यू इज़ फ्लैट एरिया दैट्स हाई अप अबाउ द सी. ज़मीन से ऊपर के लेवल पे जो प्लेन एरिया है उसको अपन प्लेट्यू बोलेंगे. प्लेट्यू डजंट हैव पीक्स एंड वैलीज लाइक माउंटेन रेंजेस. इट्स अ फ्लैट सर्फेस. ना आप बोलोगे ऊपर तो पहाड़ भी रहता है, तो पहाड़ को क्या रहता है? पीक रहते हैं. ठीक है, एक पॉइंट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे आके वो जॉइन होता है, स्लोप्स वगैरह का प्रॉब्लम है. प्लेट्यू में वैसा नहीं, ये प्लेन एरिया रहेगा, तो यहाँ पर आपको फ्लैट सरफेस ज़्यादा दिखने मिलेगा. इट इज़ फॉर्म ड्यू टू लावा. डेक्कन प्लेट्यू का मैंने आपको बताया था लावा की वजह से फॉर्म हुआ है. It consists of mainly igneous rock. Now igneous rock is one of the type of rock. You might have studied igneous rock, sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock. So this Deccan Plateau is mostly formed due to igneous rock. Igneous rock, and basalt is example of igneous rock. It is surrounded by eastern and western घाट्स. So एक ईस्ट में इसके ईस्टर्न घाट से, वेस्ट में वेस्टर्न घाट से, दोनों के बीच में आपको डेक्कन प्लेट्यू देखने को मिलेगा. Now what students have observed here? In Naldurg, trees like jujube, that is boar, babul, were visible. Any one should be there, but here different trees are seen. Now when we are talking about Naldurg, Generally you will find jujube, that is bore, bubble kind of trees. Okay, now when we are talking about this area, Deccan Plateau area, here you will find multiple type of trees. In Naldurg we saw semi-arid thorny type of vegetation. Thorny type means what? Again उनको काटे रहते हैं, and as they require less amount of rainfall, this kind of vegetation is seen in that particular area. Change in type of vegetation is an indicator of change in amount of rainfall in that area. तो यहाँ पर आपने देखो चेंज क्या नोटिस किया, बच्चों ने क्या नोटिस किया था चेंज? नालदुर्ग में जो है वहाँ पर बबल जैसे झाड़ थे, बट यहाँ पर अलग अलग टाइप के। तो टीचर ने एक्सप्लेनेशन में क्या बोला, जब भी वेजिटेशन मतलब ये प्लांट, ग्रासेस एंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग, यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट द अमाउंट ऑफ रेनफॉल इज ऑल्सो चेंज। बिकॉज नालदुर्ग में आपको सेमी एरिड थॉर्नी टाइप ऑफ प्लांट्स देखने मिल रहे थे, यहाँ पर आपको मल्टीपल टाइप ऑफ प्लांटेशन देखने को मिल रहा है, ट्रीज देखने को मिल रही है, ग्रीनरी देखने को मिल रही है। सो इट इंडिकेट्स दैट अमाउंट ऑफ रेनफॉल हैज़ चेंज्ड. We see that anjan, that is ironwood, banyan and peepal trees are more in number here. Now what kind of agriculture, what kind of vegetation is there in this particular territory when we talk about Deccan Plateau? So ironwood, banyan, peepal, these are the kind of trees that you will find in Deccan Plateau. Now when we started to climb Siagarh, students have observed certain things. What were those? Let us understand. We can see that now the undulating plains have turned into rugged topography with hills. Now before this, when they were traveling, what they have said, it was undulating plains. Undulating plain means continue plain नहीं है, कभी ऐसा लग रहा है चढ़ा उतार आ रहे जा रहे then plain आ रहा है, ऐसे टाइप का था. Now here they are saying it has turned into rugged topography with hills. Now the surface has become little hard, mostly stones are there, and now they are at a higher level as if they are on hills. This is a high hill, they have figured it out. Now they are on hill. We are at a higher altitude and hence can even experience clouds. Now what they have said, they are on higher altitude. जब भी आप ज़मीन के लेवल से ऊपर की तरफ जाओगे, मतलब आसमान की तरफ जाओगे, तो ऐसे कभी कभी एक ऐसा लेवल आता है कि जहाँ पर जो क्लाउड्स ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं वो आपके पास से जाते हैं, आपको टच करके भी जा सकते हैं. आप महाबलेश्वर वगैरह कभी आप जाओ मानसून में तो आप ये चीज़ को फील कर सकते हो. तो ऐसे क्यों होता है? वी सी मेनली पैडी फील्ड है, वहाँ पर पैडी क्रॉप्स होता है, राइस वगैरह ये सब पैडी फील्ड में आते हैं. Okay, we can experience many physical features like rock, pinnacles, valleys and hills and layers formed from volcanic eruption. अब टीचर यहाँ पर एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ऐसा क्यों है. सो व्हेन यू आर ऑन व्हेन यू आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स अ हिल, मेनी चेंजेस यू विल स्टार्ट टू नोटिस लाइक रॉक पिनाकल्स मीन ऐसे एकदम जॉइंट जहाँ पर होता है. पिनाकल मीन्स हाईएस्ट पॉइंट. ओके, तो रॉक्स के ऐसे बड़े बड़े जो छोटे मोटे जो पहाड़ बनते हैं उनके जो टॉप पार्ट है वैसे एरिया आप देखने चालू हैं. वैलीज मतलब जो छोटे पहाड़ों के बीच का जो एरिया था उसको वैली बोलते. हिल्स छोटे छोटे पहाड़. लेयर्स फॉर्म फ्रॉम वोल्केनिक इरप्शन, अलग अलग जो मैंने जैसे स्टार्ट में आपको बताया था डेक्कन प्लेटो में वोल्केनिक इरप्शन हुआ था, तो उसके जब रीफ्स जो है या क्लिफ्स जो है वहाँ पर आप जाओगे तो उसके अलग अलग लेवल्स आप देख सकते हो. यू विल सी हियर मोस्टली बेसल्ट एंड इग्नीशियस टाइप ऑफ रॉक. मैंने बोला था इग्नीशियस रॉक है डेक्कन प्लेटो में, तो उसका एक एग्जाम्पल है बेसल्ट रॉक. वी सी मेनली पैडी फील्ड बिकॉज ऑफ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ रेनफॉल. तो जब आप हायर एल्टीट्यूड पे जाते हो, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला था क्लाउड आपको लगता है लग के जा रहा है, ऐसा इसलिए होता कि क्लाउड तो एक हाइट पे ट्रैवल करते हैं, बट इवन व्हेन यू आर एट हायर लेवल यू विल फाइंड दैट क्लाउड्स आर टचिंग एंड मूविंग यू बिकॉज यू हैव चेंज योर एल्टीट्यूड. ओके, यू हैव मूव टुवर्ड्स हायर प्लेस. Now here paddy field are grown. As I told, paddy rice is an example of paddy field. So there you will find because of high amount of rainfall paddy crops को water ज़्यादा लगता है. And in Deccan Plateau, as rainfall is in ample amount, their paddy crops are grown. Okay, views from Siagarh. Now खड़कवासला डैम विच सर्व्स वाटर टू एरियाज इन एंड अराउंड पुणे. ठीक है, मैंने आपको बोला था कि एक डैम की ज़रूरत होती है एक अच्छा इरिगेशन फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड करने के लिए. तो यहाँ पर सियागढ़ में खड़कवासला एक डैम है. आप कभी नहीं गए तो जा सकते हो, काफ़ी अच्छी जगह है, बहुत सारे लोग पिकनिक बोल के भी वहाँ पर जाते हैं, तो इट्स अ गुड प्लेस टू विजिट. सो खड़कवासला डैम विच सर्व्स वाटर टू एरियाज इन एंड अराउंड पूना और आजू बाजू के एरिया में खड़कवासला जो है वो पानी प्रोवाइड करने का काम करता है. ये जो डैम है ये उसका फ़ोटो है. ने बोला था अच्छी जगह है काफ़ी, तो आप ज़रूर जाओ, अच्छी जगह है, देख के आओ। द कल्याण दरवाज़ा गेट, ठीक है, ये गेट भी है वहाँ पर। आप जब यहाँ पर जाओगे सिंहगढ़ में तो ये देख सकते हो। सिंहगढ़ फोर्ट में जो अलग अलग चीज़ें मैं वो आपको बता रहा हूँ। सो द कल्याण दरवाज़ा, ये उसका पिक है। देवतक एक सेक्रेट टैंक है। सो यहाँ पर अब मैं आपको एक खास बात बताऊँ, आप सिंहगढ़ जो है ये एक हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे है, ठीक है, एंड इट्स नॉट ईजी टू कैरी वाटर देयर और प्रोवाइड वाटर टू अदर. So what their solution has been prevented. Now in olden times when this Siaghad was made, at that time what makers have done, whenever they were cutting rocks for construction purpose, now the area was blank from where they have removed the rock, there they have prepared a tank. Now these tanks are used for storing water. Now whatever monsoon rainfall is there, that water is stored in these particular areas, and this is used for drinking facility by locals in that particular area. वाटर कमिंग फ्रॉम नेचुरल स्प्रिंग्स गेट स्टोर्ड हियर. देवतक जो एरिया है वहाँ पर जो नेचुरल बारिश आती है उसका पानी स्टोर होता. इवन टुडे इट सर्व्स वाटर ऑल द ईयर राउंड टू द पीपल हु स्टे एट द फोर्ट अबाउ. ना मैंने आपको बता दिया कि वहाँ पर पानी कैसे स्टोर होता है, तो वही पानी लोगों को बांटने के लिए यूज़ होता है. अब now our tour has started. Our trip is moving towards Mumbai-Pune expressway. Now even though we are driving on a plain road, we can see hilly regions all around. And this is observation. Even when you travel from Mumbai-Pune expressway, on your left and right both the direction you will see hilly regions. Why? So because that particular territory is surrounded by mountains. Okay, Rajmachi Point. Sorry, my bad. Now Rajmachi Point is another beautiful place where you can visit. Look in this picture how beautiful scenery is there. You can see their waterfall, you can see cliffs, okay, in that particular area. Okay, so next point is, from here you can observe the difference in slopes, the gentle slope to the east and the steep slope to the west. अब आपके अब लेफ्ट हैंड में देखो नीचे जो ग्रीन आ गया, मैंने ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश किया. माई ड्राइंग इज़ नॉट दैट गुड, but I hope I will be able to convey the message. So if you look at the left side, which is of course west side, so you will find steep slope in that direction, whereas if you are looking at the east side, the slope is not steep. Steep means what? एकदम खड़ी उसको बोलते हैं ना, उतार होना. तो आप वेस्ट साइड देखो तो एकदम खड़ी उतार है. वहीं जब आपके अभी राइट हैंड साइड पे देखोगे स्क्रीन के तो आप देखोगे कि थोड़ा स्लोप ही एरिया है बट स्टीप नहीं है. सो दैट्स द डिफरेंस इन ईस्ट साइड एंड वेस्ट साइड ऑफ दिस माउंटेन्स. टूवर्ड्स द वेस्ट यू कैन सी मैनी क्लिफ एंड वाटरफॉल्स. अब क्लिफ बोले तो क्या, तो एक पर्टिकुलर जैसे लैंडमार्क जो एक जब उसको कट कर दो आप तो एकदम से जो डाउनवर्ड आपको मिलेगा उसको अपन क्लिफ बोलते हैं. यार वाटरफॉल यू ऑल नो, झरने वगैरह उसको अपन वाटरफॉल बोलते हैं. तो यहाँ पर ब्यूटीफुल वाटरफॉल है, क्लिफ है, वेस्ट साइड में काफ़ी आपको देखने को मिलेंगे. ओके, नाउ खंडाला घाट. I know what you all might be thinking. The song might have struck in your mind, but let's not get diverted. Let's focus on what's going on. Now, Khandala Ghat is in the Western Ghats. Now, what students have observed, they have observed that dense forest is there, and it comprises of thick vegetation in the ghat, trees with broad leaves. Now, here if you look at the vegetation, again, vegetation means plants, greenery, grasses, including everything. Now, they are very thick. Okay. Now trees with broad leaves are also very broad here, they are not small leaves. Now what teacher explained, these are the teak trees. Now they are a particular kind of trees, teak चीज़ को अपन बोलते हैं. Now this region is region of deciduous trees. Deciduous means dense one. Okay, there are many vanaras, that is woodlands, and devras, that is sacred groves. अभी groves बोले तो क्या, एक जंगल टाइप एरिया. वनराज बोले तो फॉरेस्ट वाला एरिया, and devras बोले तो tribal people generally they assume that these trees and plants they are divine creation, so they should be taken good care of. So that's why they are called as devras, sacred groves. Sacred means pavitra type, related to religion type, बहुत पवित्र जिसको मानते. So there are certain sacred groves preserved by these tribe people. Okay, now what next students have observed, it is getting hotter and I have started perspiring. ना एक स्टूडेंट ने बोला कि अभी बहुत गर्मी हो रही है और मेरे को अभी पसीना छूटना चालू हो गया, चिप चिप जैसा लग रहा है. नाउ व्हाई दिस माइट बी हैपनिंग, कैन एनीवन टेल मी? Well, if you have no idea, because now they are moving closer to Alibag. When you are moving closer to coastal area, at that time you will start to sweat more. You will find it little hotter. थोड़ा ऐसा गर्मी लगना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा और आपको काफ़ी ज़्यादा पसीना, नॉर्मल से भी ज़्यादा पसीना आने लगेगा. तो ये जब चेंजेस आते हैं तो समझ जाओ आप समुंदर के पास आ रहे हो. और ये चीज़ टीचर ने भी एक्सप्लेन किया. बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्रीज इन ह्यूमिडिटी इन द एयर वी स्टार्ट परस्पिरिंग एंड स्किन बिकम्स स्टिकी. जब भी अपन कोस्टल एरिया की जब एनवायरनमेंट में ह्यूमिडिटी अगर बढ़ेंगी तो अपने को ऐसे पसीना जैसे आना स्टार्ट हो जाता है और अपनी जो स्किन है वो चिपचिपी हो जाएंगी, स्टिकी. नाउ व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग, एज वी गो नियर द सी दिस विल इंक्रीज. जैसे जैसे समुद्र के पास जाओगे ये जो अपने को सेंसेशन हो रहा है एनवायरनमेंट में चेंज लेके, ये बढ़ने वाला है. बिकॉज ऑफ हैवी रेनफॉल एंड नियरनेस टू द सी दिस हैपन्स. कहीं कहीं पर एकदम ज़्यादा रेनफॉल हो जाती है या फिर कहीं कहीं पर आप समुद्र के नज़दीक जा रहे हो तब ये होना चाहिए से. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ हाई रेनफॉल राइस इज़ द मेजर क्रॉप ईयर. और जहाँ पर ज़्यादा रेनफॉल रहेंगी तो वहाँ पर क्या है, राइस भी रहेगा क्योंकि राइस को ज़्यादा पानी लगता है. ओके, अब यहाँ पर वो लोग आगे जाते हैं, वो लोग अलीबाग पहुँचते हैं और वहाँ पर फिर वो लोग बोलते कि भाई तलाटी ऑफिस भी विजिट है अपना. तो जब भी आप फील्ड विजिट प्लान करते हो आपको क्वेश्चनर भी प्रिपेयर करना ज़रूरी रहता है. जैसे मान लो आप कंपनी जा रहे हो तो कंपनी में आपको क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन करना है, उससे रिलेटेड आप क्या क्वेश्चन पूछोगे, उसको अपन बोलते हैं क्वेश्चनर. सो हियर ऑल्सो दे हैव प्रिपेयर्ड क्वेश्चनर फॉर देयर विजिट टू तलाटी ऑफिस. नाउ व्हाट ऑब्जर्वेशंस दे हैव मेड, they have written questions. It was told to them in school you need to come well prepared with the questions. So they are prepared with the questions, and what questions they are asking: which type of crops are grown, which type of soil is found here, which kind of fruits and other cash crop are cultivated here, how land revenue is collected in your office, what amount of land is under irrigation, are any watershed programs adopted, what are the other occupation in the village. So these are the questions. Now you can prepare general questionnaire even if you want to visit some, let's say if industry, if you are visiting iron industry, so you can ask from where do you purchase raw material, how do you transport it, what is the mode of transportation, what is initial cost, what is capital, what is working capital. All these things depending on your visit, your objective, you can prepare the questionnaire. Now while you're visiting area, sea area or area near the sea, what all you need to keep in mind. Your teacher is instructing we will have to take into account the timing of the high and low tides as this is little away from the coast in the sea. अब अगर आपने लोअर क्लासेस में पढ़ा होगा तो हाई टाइड रहता है, लो टाइड रहता है. हाई टाइड मीन्स व्हाट के पानी थोड़ा ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है जब कोस्टल एरिया की तरफ वेव्स थोड़े बड़े होते हैं उसको हाई टाइड बोलते हैं. जब टाइड्स थोड़े अमाउंट में कम रहते हैं और पानी पीछे की तरफ हो जाता है, कोस्टल एरिया थोड़ा बड़ा लगने लगता है, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज लो टाइड. So when is high tide, when is low tide, you should keep a tab on it, you should check that, and then only you should visit area near the sea. Now what other things you need to study? So identify some of the landform formed by sea waves. Sea waves अगर स्टडी किया होगा आपने तो sea wave की वजह से अलग अलग एरिया फॉर्म होते. तो उसके टाइप कौन से मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. फर्स्ट वन इज़ बीच. बीच आपको पता है, नहीं पता होगा साइड में इमेज है तो देख लीजिए. एक नॉर्मल बीच है जो आपको सी कोस्ट पे देखने मिलता. Sea caves. Sometimes it happens that there are some caves which are near the shore. We call them sea caves. Water might be going in it, water may not be going in it, but they are attached to sea. That's why they are called as sea caves. Wave cut platform. Now study this picture. Because of continuous striking of waves, this particular mountain, it got cut. Okay, and it has created a recession. There is gap from sea and the mountain, so that is called as wave cut platform. Okay, you can see here cliff also. If you, those who have not understood cliff, in this picture you can see it. Sandbars. Now because of continue waves in the ocean, sandbars are created. When water is decreased in the ocean, you will find these sandbars. Now Colaba Fort. Now they are in Alibag, and there they have started to study the Colaba Fort. We will also understand what this fort is. So this fort is built on a wave cut platform. So we have studied what kind of seashores are there, cutting or area near the sea. So now this particular Colaba Fort, it is built on wave cut platform. बिकॉज इट इज़ सराउंडेड बाई सी वाटर इट इज़ कॉल्ड सी फोर्ट। ये जो कोलाबा फोर्ट है इसको क्या नाम है दूसरा, ये जो कोलाबा फोर्ट है इसको अपन सी फोर्ट भी बोलते हैं। सो एनी फोर्ट विच इज़ सराउंडेड बाई वाटर वी कैन कॉल इट सी फोर्ट। ओके, look in this picture, it is completely surrounded by water. This fort was built for the security of the seas, for in order to protect the sea, or keep a tab on enemies whether they have entered the sea or they can attack through water bodies also. अपना मुंबई में हुआ था ना अटैक, तो पानी के थ्रू हुआ था, टेररिस्ट लोग आए थे उधर से, कसाब आया था। तो इसीलिए यही ऑब्जेक्टिव से जब शिवाजी महाराज थे उनके टाइम पे उन्होंने बहुत सारे फोर्ट्स बनाए थे, फोर्ट्स बने हुए थे। ये जो फोर्ट था वो भी ऐसा ही एक फोर्ट था कि वहाँ से आप पानी पे ध्यान देख सकते हो कि भाई एनिमी कहाँ से एंटर कर रहा है अपनी सिक्योरिटी के लिए। सो कोलाबा फोर्ट वॉज वन सच फोर्ट विच वॉज बिल्ट विद एन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ सिक्योरिटी। There are many such forts on the west coast like सिंधुदुर्ग एंड जंजीरा। वेस्ट कोस्ट की आप बात करोगे तो आपको जैसे मैंने एक सी फोर्ट दिखाया अभी, कोलाबा अपन ने दिखाया, ऐसे दूसरे भी है। सिंधुदुर्ग और जंजीरा इनका नाम है। ये देखो सिंधुदुर्ग फोर्ट आ गया और ये है जंजीरा फोर्ट, ये भी सी फोर्ट्स है। Fishing and agriculture, both the occupations are followed here. In this particular locality, if you go there, you will find fishing and agriculture. Both the occupations are done by the people. These are primary occupation. Okay, coconut, betel nut, jackfruit, banana, and some species are cultivated in the coastal plains. Here you can see coconut plantation. बीटल नट आपको पता है क्या है, सुपारी को अपन बीटल नट बोलते हैं। सो बीटल नट एंड बनाना, दिस आर द मेजर एग्रीकल्चर क्रॉप्स डन इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया। एंड नाउ with the growing population and growing time, tourism has become an important occupation in this particular territory. So that's all about the lesson. Thank you.